MEGXIT in despair. Furious Princess Kate uses secret weapon to punish Prince Harry and Meghan. The silent strategy that's sending shockwaves through the royal family. A royal clapback like no other, without saying a word. Picture this. You've just been publicly dragged by your estranged in-laws, your name smeared across headlines, and conspiracy theories swirling faster than a Buckingham Palace garden party rumor. Do you lash out? Fire back with a tell-all? Nope, not if you're Princess Kate. Instead, you smile. You wave. You step out in Alexander McQueen looking like a queen in waiting and pose for a few photos that go viral for all the right reasons. And just like that, Princess Kate, ever so composed, launches the most savage clapback in royal history. Welcome to the latest chapter in the never-ending royal saga we all pretend not to be obsessed with. But let's be honest, this one has everything. Betrayal, silent warfare, royal elegance, and a secret weapon that could put Harry and Meghan's entire post-royal brand in crisis. So, what exactly is this weapon Princess Kate is wielding? And how did things get so bad that even Meghan Markle is reportedly reconsidering that explosive memoir? Buckle up. The crown might be slipping, and someone's definitely trying to snatch it. The Meghan and Harry fallout, from crown to chaos. Let's rewind a little. Once upon a time, circa 2018, Meghan Markle was the darling duchess in the making. She had the style, the sass, and the global appeal. Prince Harry? The red-headed rebel turned family man. They were modernizing the monarchy until they weren't. MEGXIT happened. Then came the Oprah interview. Netflix docs. Podcasts. A memoir from Harry with enough royalty to flood the Thames. Public sympathy started strong. But something shifted. Suddenly, Harry and Meghan's brand felt less royalty meets Hollywood and more like celebrity gossip meets family therapy. With each revelation, cracks started to show. Trust wore thin. The press grew skeptical. And Kate? She said nothing. That's when people started paying attention. Could silence really be more powerful than a podcast? Enter Princess Kate's secret weapon. Denise Palmer, a royal expert and media analyst, says it best. Kate's secret weapon is silence, discipline, and grace. That is the power move. While Harry and Meghan have taken their grievances to screens, shelves, and sound waves, Princess Kate has been executing a completely different playbook. She isn't tweeting. She isn't crying on TV. She's showing up elegantly and consistently. And the media? Eating it up. Kate's appearances at charity events, hospital visits, and even subtle fashion choices are covered with admiration. She doesn't need to say, "I'm the bigger person." She shows it day after day. And that, it seems, is doing more damage to Meghan and Harry's image than any royal rebuttal ever could. But why is this working so well? Because in a world of oversharing, Kate's restraint feels regal. And people can't get enough. A memoir that could backfire. Now here's where it gets spicy. According to insider reports, Meghan Markle is toying with the idea of writing her own memoir. After all, Harry's Spare was a bestseller, and Meghan has her own story to tell, right? Not so fast. Royal author Omid Scobie, once dubbed Meghan's media ally, is urging caution. He suggests that unless it's packed with authenticity, read, painful truths and new bombshells, the book could flop or worse, backfire. Think about it. How many royal secrets are left to spill before the public tunes out? How much sympathy can you maintain when your opponents, in this case Kate, are out there doing quiet, admirable work? Kate's strategy isn't just about PR. It's about public perception management. And right now, Meghan's narrative is competing with a duchess who simply refuses to stoop. It's a slow war, and Kate's playing chess while Meghan and Harry seem stuck in a tabloid checkers match. The curious case of royal dignity. Here's a concept: royal dignity. It's what Princess Kate is leaning into with full force. You won't find her name in scandalous headlines unless it's clickbait. She isn't clapping back or correcting the narrative. She's letting the world watch instead of tell. The crown for her isn't about domination, it's about example. In a way, Kate's embodying the monarchy's original pitch: tradition, duty, and composure. This isn't to say she's perfect, no royal is. But her approach is working. Her approval ratings have remained high. Public trust?
Solid.
Media coverage? Glowing. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan's brand feels like it's teetering between celebrity activism and reality drama. Could it be that Kate's secret weapon is simply being the royal the public wishes Harry and Meghan had become? Why Harry and Meghan are losing the narrative. We've all been there. You try to set the record straight, only to realize you've just fueled the fire. That's exactly what's happening with Harry and Meghan. Every interview, every lawsuit, every docuseries, they're trying to reclaim their story. But the more they talk, the more people tune out. Because at some point, the drama becomes exhausting. Princess Kate's refusal to engage? It's not passivity, it's precision. She understands that power in the royal family isn't about who's the loudest. It's about who shows up with grace and purpose. So, while Meghan considers more memoirs and Harry battles media lawsuits, Kate is being pictured comforting sick children, attending state functions, and dazzling at official events. One is rewriting the past. The other is shaping the future. And the public's favor is shifting. How Kate wins without saying a word. Let's break it down. Consistency. Kate shows up. Always. No drama, no flakiness. Composure. She's calm under pressure. Even under fire. Symbolism. Her fashion, her posture, her actions, they all speak volumes. Timing. She doesn't react in the moment. She lets time do the talking. It's a long game, and one that's slowly tilting public perception in her favor. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan appear reactionary, hurt, and unsure of their next move. When public figures go on the defense too often, they start to look unstable, untrustworthy. Kate? She's the eye of the storm. What this means for the royal family. This isn't just a family feud. It's an institutional image crisis. If Harry and Meghan's revelations sparked a reckoning within the monarchy, Kate's response is the repair kit. She's restoring faith in the royals, not through counterattacks, but through quiet strength. Experts suggest that as King Charles delegates more royal duties to the younger generation, Kate will become even more prominent. And with William poised to become king one day, Kate is increasingly seen as the future of the monarchy. Harry and Meghan? Their roles remain undefined, hovering in a limbo between relevance and reputation rehab. And here's the kicker, the power of perception in the digital age. Let's talk strategy, and not just royal strategy, but brand strategy. Because in 2025, everything is about perception. Every public figure, celebrity, politician, and yes, every royal, functions like a brand. How people feel about you is just as important, if not more, than what you actually do. And no one is mastering that game right now like Princess Kate. While Harry and Meghan have put their entire story out there, laying bare their struggles, frustrations, and deepest wounds, Kate has let the world form its own conclusions. And guess what? The world likes what it sees. It's not because she's louder or more relatable. It's because she feels more stable, more consistent, more royal. And when people are tired of drama, they cling to calm. Let's be honest. Most of us have been in that friend group where one couple keeps airing their dirty laundry and the other just shows up looking composed, sipping wine, and smiling. Guess which one everyone starts gravitating toward? Yup, the one not yelling. And right now, Kate is sipping metaphorical wine at every royal function, looking unbothered while headlines swirl around her. She's not defending herself. She's rising above. And in the world of royalty, that's the real flex. What we can learn from Kate's quiet strength. This whole saga isn't just entertainment. It's a lesson in human dynamics. We've all been Harry. We've all been Meghan. We've felt misunderstood, pushed out, desperate to be heard. We've wanted to scream, "You don't know the whole story." But we've also known a Kate. Someone who doesn't engage in gossip, who moves with grace, who keeps showing up even when they have every reason to fight back. And it makes you wonder, is it really better to explain yourself or to let your actions speak for you? That's the beauty of Kate's approach. She isn't just playing the royal game. She's redefining it. showing us that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like showing up, doing the work, and smiling when you'd rather scream. Meghan's dilemma: memoir or media minefield. Now, let's go back to Meghan. She's at a crossroads. Another memoir could mean big bucks, major headlines, and a chance to reclaim the narrative. But it could also reignite old feuds, attract more scrutiny, and damage the slowly rebuilding bridge to the royal family. More importantly, it could further contrast her with Kate, who isn't airing grievances, but just getting on with it. If Meghan does release a book, it will need to be carefully calculated. No petty jabs. No recycled drama. It would need vulnerability, growth, and above all, self-awareness. Because if she comes across as bitter or defensive while Kate continues glowing in silence, the public will only dig their heels in further. That's the risk of constantly trying to set the record straight in a world that's already picked a side. Public sympathy is a moving target. One of the most fascinating parts of this entire saga is watching how fast public opinion can change. Remember the global sympathy after the Oprah interview? The heartfelt outpouring of support for Harry and Meghan's mental health struggles? Now contrast that with the eye rolls that came after Spare dropped a little too many eyebrow-raising confessions, like frozen toddler tales and royal dog bowl fights. Suddenly, it felt less like advocacy and more like overexposure. Meanwhile, Kate, who rarely speaks beyond official statements, started looking more and more like the embodiment of keep calm and carry on. The lesson? Sympathy is powerful, but fragile. It needs to be managed with care, or it turns into skepticism. The next chapter: who's really winning? Let's do a quick scorecard. Media favorability. Kate's getting soft-focus puff pieces. Meghan's getting headlines with the word backlash. Public trust. Kate's approval ratings have remained high. Meghan and Harry's have fluctuated dramatically depending on the latest drama.